So this video is all about the 3 things that I wish I'd known before I started my own product development journey. Hi, my name's Phil. I run a design company called D2M. I've helped hundreds of startups and entrepreneurs to launch their idea, but I've also launched my own product range with John Lewis. So that was a massive achievement, and we raised over £500,000 from investors to develop that product range. But there are 3 key things that I really wish I'd known before I embarked on that journey. And even just one of those things would have saved me over £100,000. So make sure you watch this video right until the end if you are a startup or an entrepreneur and you want to make sure you don't make the same mistakes and that your new product is successful in the market. 1. Make sure you're solving a genuine problem that people are prepared to part with their hard-earned money to buy your solution. If your problem isn't affecting enough people, or if it isn't of high enough intensity, then in all likelihood, all of your efforts will be in vain. And make sure that you can launch your solution to this problem at a price point that is lower than the competitor products, if there are competitive products in the space you're innovating into. Before the next tip, just take a second to hit subscribe and hit like, maybe stick a comment below. It makes a huge difference to the channel. Second top tip, always trust your gut. Now, we had a branding company who initially worked on all of our brand and imagery and our messaging and how we communicated the product and the features. Now, I was always hesitant about them, but my business partner was determined that we should go ahead. He thought they would be the best thing since sliced bread. And actually, they cost us over £100,000 to develop all of this material that then absolutely flopped when we presented it to a range of 30 international retailers and distributors. And that was a massive disappointment. It set us back hugely. We had to go and raise more money, give up more shares in our business just to put it right. But I knew from the beginning that they weren't the right company. I knew that this was not a sensible amount of money to spend on developing all of those assets, but I didn't trust my gut. I trusted my business partner instead, and I lived to regret it. And I have to say, during the product development journey, there's lots of times I thought, that's not quite right. I'm not quite sure about that social media agency or whatever it was. And I always wished afterwards I trusted my gut and I'd gone with it. The thing is, it's too important. It is very, very difficult as a startup to make it work, to make your product successful. So you have to have all these different things in alignment and working really well. And I would say, trust your gut instinct. You don't want to go against that and regret it. Please do check out the description below. There's a whole lot of really useful resources for anyone developing a new product idea. The third thing that I wish I'd known before I started my product development journey was that people buy brand and image, not features and functionality. Now, that isn't always true. If you're innovating in military equipment or the blue light sector or something where actually price is less important, brand is less important, it's more about the product being durable and achieving a higher level of functionality, then that's fine. But if you're developing a consumer product, then generally speaking, the customer is much more interested in brand and image. And we've learned this to our detriment. We spent all this time marketing these features and functionality only to find that people actually were buying our product because they liked the color, or they weren't buying our product because they'd seen some minor celebrity pushing some other brand's pushchair. And unfortunately, that is often the truth of it. And if I did it all again, I would spend more time thinking about how to build a consumer product brand, or getting a business partner in who knew how to do that, or making sure I had the right agency who knew how to do that. Because actually building that brand, building the image and the messaging seems to make a significant difference to the uptake in the product and your sales. And I've seen this again and again and again with a range of different clients and their projects, that actually getting the brand and image right is more important. And it's a shame. I'm a product designer. I'm all about features and functionality and making better products, but I'm also realistic now. You've got to put that with the right branding, the right image, the right messaging. Now, this goes against point 2, where obviously I talked about how we spent a huge amount of money with a branding agency and that didn't work out. Now, I still absolutely believe that wasn't the right decision to make, because that brand did not resonate with our target audience at all. But what I'm not saying is don't spend money on brand and marketing. I think it's critical, but you've got to get the right agency. And I'll be talking more about how you choose the right agency in another video. So do make sure you hit subscribe so you get notified when I launch that.